made over $4 million by the age of 22, and I don't go to the gym every day, I don't read a ton of books, and I don't wake up at 5 a.m. However, there are 8 truly important habits that helped me become a multi-millionaire. I believe that you must follow these if you want to achieve anything great in life and become the best version of yourself. Let's start with the first and most important habit, which is planning your day the night before. Every single day, you should have a plan on exactly what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. Honestly, the best way to plan your day is just by using a Google Calendar. Now, of course, you have to set time aside to actually do work and also some time to recharge and actually do things you like. Here's an example of what a typical day looks like for me. Usually from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm just working on different tasks, and then for the rest of the day I can basically just do whatever I want. I truly believe work-life balance is important because if you just spend your entire day working, you're obviously going to burn out. This happened to me in the past and it's not fun. But seriously, you only need anywhere from 4 to 6 hours every single day to actually get all your work done. If you're spending more time than that working, it means you just didn't use your time wisely and you were probably distracted by a ton of things. I truly believe that if you want to become successful in life, you have to focus on all different areas. So your health, building relationships, your career, and also just time for having fun. Humans obviously aren't made to be productive 24/7, and so it's better that you're realistic with yourself and you actually build a plan that is sustainable long term. The next important habit is to focus on one thing at a time. The only reason I am where I am today is because I just ignored all the noise and just focused on one thing. There's literally a new trend every single year: crypto, NFTs, dropshipping, YouTube automation, and honestly, these are all great ways to make money. But if you try one thing for a little bit and then it doesn't work, and then you jump to the next thing and then the next thing, then you're never actually going to be successful. Instead, what you should do is figure out one thing you want to do long term, do a ton of research on it, study the ways that you can be great at it, and then just go all in and don't give up, especially if you're not able to make it work in a year. It literally took me about a year before my YouTube channel started to pop off. You have to remember that all good things take time, and I'm a firm believer that if you just keep going long enough, you'll eventually make it. So focus on just one thing and don't chase every new opportunity. The next important habit is to take care of your health. I think the biggest mistake most people make is they take their health for granted. If you had $100 million, you had people that loved you, you were living the life of your dreams, but you didn't have good health, literally none of that would matter and you wouldn't be happy. And so on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself, make sure you don't neglect your health and make it a priority. If every day you can just allocate 1 hour of your time to exercising, that's a really good start. It doesn't have to be intense exercising. You can literally go for a walk or do Pilates. And try to eat healthy organic foods 90% of the time. I know it can be hard for some people, but this is the best investment you can make in yourself. And try to eliminate some things from your life, like if you're taking drugs or smoking, vaping, all these things can be avoided, and doing these things honestly can shorten your lifespan, and you don't want that. The last thing you want is to be 40 years old, have a ton of money, have children, but you can't really enjoy any of it because you didn't take care of your health when you were young. The next habit is to take action. Sometimes your brain will trick you into thinking you're making progress when you're not actually. Maybe you're reading hundreds of books, you're watching a bunch of YouTube videos, you took some courses, but if you don't actually implement what you've learned and take action, then you won't be successful. A lot of us will procrastinate starting something new because we're scared of failure and we're just too comfortable. Trust me, I've been there before. Remember that we literally all start from zero followers, 0 posts, 0 everything. And the difference between successful people and people who aren't so successful is just that one person actually took action. Understand that you're never going to feel ready, you're never going to have all the answers, but the only thing you can really do is just start and learn as you go. The most successful people in the world also had to start from 0, and they probably had doubts and they weren't sure if they were going to make it, but they took action and look where they are now. In the grand scheme of things, nothing really matters. Eventually your time on this earth is going to come to an end, so you might as well just do the things you want to do. Something I remind myself of regularly is that I'd rather try something and fail than have to live with regret. The next habit is practicing gratitude. I promise you, if you can just set aside 5 minutes of your day every single day and just kind of go over the things that you're already grateful for in your life, you'll be so much happier. There's literally so many things to be grateful for. You might have a roof over your head, you have a good family, you have a good group of friends, you have a good career, literally anything. Just write it down and instantly you'll see that your mood elevates. Sometimes we forget that we already have so many great things in our life. I'm guilty of this, but just constantly remind yourself yourself that you do have great things in life and you don't always need more. Seriously, life is too short. Don't take it for granted and appreciate every moment. I know it's so easy to think, oh, once I make $1 million, I'm finally going to be happy. But if you think about it, if you're always living in the future and waiting to achieve a certain milestone to be happy, you'll never actually be happy. Live in the present, appreciate what you have right now while you strive to achieve greater things. And this way you'll actually enjoy the journey and your life won't feel, like you're on a hamster wheel. The next habit is journaling, and this truly changed my life. Every day before I start work, I usually journal for 10 to 15 minutes. It's great because sometimes it's hard to know how you're feeling, and so just writing everything down really gives you a lot of clarity. When I journal, I'm usually just reflecting on exactly how I feel in that exact moment and think about the future and different goals that I have and kind of how I can improve today. Journaling is, however, very personal. It's different for everyone, but it really does help reduce your stress because sometimes you just stress over things that don't actually matter, and so when you write it down, you realize that. Journaling is honestly one of my favorite activities. I highly recommend you start doing it every day. The next habit is being delusional, and I know that might sound weird, but the reason I am where I am today is because I was delusional. In order to really achieve anything great in life, you truly have to believe that it's possible for you and manifest it into reality. I remember when I was 16 years old, I would always tell my mom that I'd be a millionaire when I was 20, and she thought I was crazy, and you know what? Sometimes that's what it takes. Even before I made any money, I always just felt like I was made for something much greater, and I feel like that feeling is really important. And so practice removing all those disbeliefs that are just holding you back. If you don't believe in yourself, chances are you're not going to be able to achieve big things. I know it can be hard to believe that it's possible for you when you're starting at zero, but I definitely do think there are some things you can do to overcome this. Something that truly helped me and shifted my mindset was reading the book Think and Grow Rich. It taught me that when you truly want something and go after it without limiting yourself with any disbelief, it will happen. This mind shift really changed my life, and I think it's the reason why I became successful. So read the book Think and Grow Rich and thank me later. The next habit is building relationships, and this is really important for anyone that wants to be successful. As they say, your network is your net worth. You always want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals that help you grow. Recently, I've been trying to connect with a lot of people on a similar journey as me, and it truly has been a game changer. You can learn so much, and it can really accelerate your career. In order to build meaningful relationships, you really have to put yourself out there. I know it's scary for most people, but you just have to do it. Go to networking events in your area, follow different people on social media, connect with people in DMs. That's what it takes. This will help you so much in the long term, and you never know what opportunities can come from this. I hope that implementing all of these habits into your life help you become the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.